See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, welcome to Red State Update. Dunlap, you with me?
Hello?
Well, yeah, hello.
Is this FEMA?
What?
I need somebody to get me out of here.
I
need somebody divert one of them trains of tanks over here to Murfreesboro Cheeks. I have been accosted and locked up in Murfreesboro Cheeks. I've been unself-quarantined. I quarantined by others on my behalf.
What?
Jackie, look, where are you?
I'm
Are you safe?
I'm in the same place. I ain't going nowhere. Where the hell? How'd you get out of your grandma's basement?
I heard that Mrs. Bros has been sneaking out in the middle of the night trying to go to a Dollar General. You think there's any truth to that?
No, she wouldn't be able to if she wanted to.
I heard somebody said they saw her wheeling herself down the street.
No, they must have seen somebody else in a wheelchair. She ain't the only, invalid woman in Murfreesboro. Bless all the hearts. Could have been any of them women out there. It ain't Miss Bros. She been down here with me.
As far as you know,
What mean,
don't rob her. Don't rob her of her agency.
Or what?
Jackie, listen, I could not get out of Granny's basement where she locked me. I just was not strong enough to get through that raccoon grate. But finally, a really strong raccoon busted it all the way through. I guess they were attracted to my musk.
Wow.
So I managed to squeeze myself out of the hole that strong raccoon made. And the first thing I did, Jackie, after being involuntarily locked up during this pandemic, was I went to McDonald's, which you can still do that, right? I needed a sausage biscuit, but I didn't want to risk anybody that worked at Hardee's. So I went over to McDonald's. Them kids, they hand you your sausage biscuit through the drive-thru, but their arms are so slathered up in homemade puree, looks like they just birthed a cat. But somebody spotted me, and it was like right out of Frankenstein. And you know the good part of Frankenstein, where mobs chase Frankenstein.
Yeah,
that's really the only part I remember. That part's good. They're gonna get him.
Yeah.
Only this was happening to me. And they were yelling. They chased me all the way to Murfreesboro Cheeks, which, believe me, I had just squeezed out of a raccoon-sized hole in a grate. I did not want to have to shimmy all the way up to the roof because, Murfreesboro Cheeks is like cheaper than Dollar General. So, like, the doors don't work. So you got to go through a hole in the roof down a very unsteady ladder. And there's a full staff. This is fully staffed in here, but nobody can get in or out, which they haven't been since, like, the coronavirus. They've just been subsisting in here on, like, beanie weenies and kind of like you, except they're young.
Well, I got plenty of beanie weenies down here. That's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, these people, they chased me down in here. The Murfreesboro villagers, they said, you only think of yourself and what your foul body craves in each instant. You have no consideration for other people or their safety. Now we finally got you trapped. We're locking you up for your own good and the good of Murfreesboro and the good of Tennessee and the good of the nation herself. I said, God damn this coronavirus.
Hey,
and they were like, coronavirus? Oh, yeah, right. We're locking you up for the coronavirus, too. I can't even self-quarantine for getting locked up, Jackie.
Well,
nobody wants me running these roads.
How you feeling physically? You sick yet?
I'm in the pink, man. I mean, a lot of the coronavirus symptoms are just kind of how I feel in the day-to-day, so it's hard to tell.
I'm the same way. I keep listening to them. They say the headaches and body aches. I'm like, well, hell, that's every morning. And I don't know, but I ain't coughing none. And I mean, not more than usual. I was a smoker for years and years. So I still got the cough from it. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I got the cough. Got to keep that part of it. But I'm breathing okay, I guess. I mean, as well as I ever have, so I guess we're okay. We'll find out eventually.
Sometimes I think you can get so close to death that the coronavirus can only help. It's either going to ease your passage or maybe bring you up a notch or two.
I don't know. Well, I
hope these tweets age well.
These what?
These tweets.
Tweets.
And by tweets, I just mean the words we're saying out loud.
Oh,
folks, it's really terrible out there in the world. And stay safe, stay healthy. If you know people who have got this, God bless you. Give money to the relief funds that are going around. Jackie, did you ever think you'd live through another one of these pandemics? How many of you lived through?
I ain't never
5
lived,
or 6?
No. I ain't lived through anything with it. It shut me up, and polio was real bad, but they didn't, I don't remember them locking the doors on us or anything, telling us go in. But that's years ago. I was a youngster then. I barely remember it.
Keep a little room in your hearts for some of the unsung victims of this disease, like Twix eggs.
Oh, pitiful.
What do they do? Nobody get in the store for Twix eggs.
Can't you get
Nobody
on?
wants to touch them.
Get on the computer and order them. You can get anything on the computer. Of course, now I hear Amazon's people getting sick there too. They hired a bunch of people to get sick, I guess.
I don't want nobody's Twix eggs that you done touched. Now, if you can prove to me that it was gloves all the way down, then maybe I'll take a Twix egg. Other than that, shit, I'm going to wait till next year or possibly 2022. Sorry, Twix eggs. If I was Twix eggs, I'd be shitting Twix eggs right into my pants right now, worried about. But I guess we're all in that same Twix eggs boat.
You wipe it down. You wipe things down when you get it. You wipe it down. And then they say it don't get in food or don't do too well in food. So, but whatever the food comes in, you wipe it and you wipe it and you wipe it down. Sterilize it, they said. I ain't used to wiping my food so much, but so be it. I don't wipe the food. I wipe what the food comes in.
Also, folks, don't listen to us for coronavirus safety advice or tips.
I'm just telling you I'm just hearsay what I hear and but we're not professionals. I don't have any kind of,
Assume what we're saying is wrong.
Yeah, well, I ain't got no doctor license or anything like that, and I know you ain't got one either, so yeah. Get your information from the only one decent on CNN is Dr. Sanjay. I like Dr. Sanjay a lot. Pretty much all CNN now is like, which one of them do you want to watch talk to Dr. Sanjay? So I like Anderson Cooper. Yeah, I watch him talk to him. But Cuomo, no, turn that off. He says the same thing over and over again, but I think everybody on CNN has to talk to him a little bit for every show. That's pretty much all CNN is now.
Jackie, what do you think about the Cuomo brothers show?
Look, I like one in New York. I never thought much of him, but it looked like he's doing a better job at this than anybody else I can think of right now. So, my heart goes out to everybody in New York. It's going to get worse and worse. And so far, he seems to be tough and handle it. His brother on TV, I couldn't give you an opinion one way or the other about him. What is he doing?
Talking to his brother.
Oh, yeah. Does he get to talk to him more than any other reporter? Because that's favoritism, nepotism right there. Like if you get an interview, you got to come in after your brother comes first above all the rest of them. I don't know how that works.
People like him on that. They're like little versions of Everybody Loves Raymond's brother.
Well,
it's real sad. And I guess if I were governor of New York right now, I'd be sad too. And I like what Cuomo's doing in New York. I guess people who live in New York do not like Cuomo, but he seems to be doing a good job during this.
Well, best you can. I mean, considering ain't nobody else help. He ain't getting hardly any help from nobody else. He's doing the best he can. Pretty much governors are on your own. There's supposed to be more tests coming, and it just makes me sick to my stomach. It's the richest country in the world, and nurses got garbage bags all over them. They're putting Pampers on their head because they ain't got masks in the right. It just burns my britches pretty bad. I don't want to get the hollering on here, but I'm mad as hell. That no excuse for it. It's disgraceful, and these people are risking their lives to help everybody else, and they can't get the what they call it PPZs. And they need all that. They got to have it in order to do the damn job.
Jackie, I mean, we have a podcast where you get to hollering every week anyway. And right now we're in the middle of a pandemic, and the president is Donald Trump. Yeah. I think if you want to get to hollering, I'm pretty sure nobody will mind.
Yeah, well, more people should holler. Polls keep coming out all the time. 58% approval, 60% approval. He's handling this job. He's doing it good. What are they watching? Is it just Fox News or what? I mean, who? They sure ain't watching his press conferences, because anybody that got a lick of sense watching that knows he's crazy as hell.
Hell, I read the press conferences are getting good ratings. Some of the news says, we ain't going to cover this shit no more. People going to die and sue us. But some people saying, well, shit, we're getting good ratings on this. He comes out and acts like an idiot, makes Fauci upset. Fauci covers his face. Then the next day, Deborah Birx gets 2 or 3 days all to herself, and everybody says, well, where's Fauci? And then Fauci comes back. But sometimes Trump just makes him stand in the back and not say nothing. It's a good show.
Fauci is like Diane on Cheers. Remember, she left, and then everybody, she didn't have her for years, and then she come back on later. Remember?
Yeah, but now Kirstie Alley is saying, what's she saying? Like, coronavirus ain't so bad. I don't know. She said some horse shit.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh no, Kirstie Alley.
Get Diane back.
Get Diane back.
Well,
Does that make Deborah Birx Kirstie Alley, or is Kirstie Alley her own Kirstie Alley?
I don't know. Hell, I just was leaving the show and coming back. These little shows of his, it's pretty much was everybody was saying, well, he gonna go crazy if he can't have his rallies. That's the only thing. They have to arrange to get him a rally when he's upset so it make him feel better. But now he's replaced that. He's with his little TV show. I'm sure he gets excited. All right, let's go. Let's go do my little coronavirus TV show. And gets out there and basically makes a bunch of nonsense for the most part. I ain't heard one word from him yet that makes any damn sense. I mean, that's the entire presidency, let alone this pandemic.
I ain't saying he never got nobody hurt at his rallies, but I'm saying he may be getting more people hurt with his daily televised press conferences.
Yeah. Yeah. I certainly don't see what good it's doing. It ain't helping nobody as far as I know.
At first, I thought that he was going to pin it all on Pence. Like, we are fucked. Get Pence out there.
That's the first thing he did. Yeah. Got him out here, Pence, and we all said, well, he gonna throw him under the bus when things go sour. He knows how things are going, yeah.
But then he started seeing Pence on TV.
Couldn't stand it.
Wait a minute. I want to be on TV.
Yeah.
So now he's out there before Pence, and everybody just watches him and tweets about how fucked we are.
And watch your mouth, but yeah.
And then Pence comes out, and the show's over, basically. Now he's going to blame it on the governors. Now he can blame the governors for everything.
Well, that's what he's doing now. Yeah.
Cuomo's begging for ventilators, and Trump's just like, I don't know why he didn't order them. Don't call me once the pandemic's underway. You should have ordered them before I don't know.
Call the ventilator. Who's it? Who do you? The ventilator store. Well, what's the number?
Ain't you got Google? The Waffle Houses are closing. That's never a good sign. Once Waffle House stays open during hurricanes, tornadoes. I mean, you can go into the eye of a tornado, and there'll be somebody in there just got out of jail cooking you a waffle.
Yep.
Scattering, like, Waffle House go through a tornado, everything's scattered, smothered, and covered, but they're still standing there waiting for you to bring your check up.
Yep.
But now they're shutting down. Trump's been president 3 years. He's shutting down Waffle Houses. This is a sign of something.
It's just something, yeah. Well, a lot of people think, I keep saying, family members and friends saying, well, Jesus coming back. He coming back soon. So I don't know if that's the case or not. Could be. I don't know.
Well, you could call Liberty University and ask them when he's coming back.
Well, they're all.
Everybody's, well enough to answer the phone.
Yeah. Come on back to school.
What is Liberty University? Like, okay, like what if you were going to like a real school? Like then I can see, at least I can see you being like, should I go back? Because real schools tell me to go back. First of all, real school wouldn't tell you to go back. But if they did, you'd be like, well, it's a real school. Should I? And then you say, no, I want to live. But like if Liberty University calls you, you can just forget the whole first part where you try to figure out if you should go or not.
Yeah.
Because they're not a real school. Well, Jesus School is calling me. Oh, I can just hang up. What is Liberty University? Is it just like Bible school, but like only the meanest kids stayed in?
Wow.
And it's still going on, and now you have to pay a lot of money, but you're going to catch coronavirus?
Sounds like a racket to me.
It does sound like a racket. It definitely sounds like a racket. But Jackie, what is this miracle medicine that Trump's been talking about that kills people? Have you get your hands on any of that yet?
No, I ain't got none of that. Remember, he expects me to die. Fox News don't want me to take no miracle medicine. They want me to die so the economy gets better. Anybody my age and older.
Why ain't you dead yet then?
You tell me. I don't know, because I've been down the bunker. I got paper towels everywhere on my mouth and any place you can look. Doing my best. I ain't ready to go yet. Now I'm not going to go. I was about to say, Lord could take me. Go ahead and take me. But now that Fox News tells me to die, I'm like, hell no, I'm going to stick around. The hell with you.
I tell you what, Jackie, a lot of people have, or one person on Twitter did accuse us of being centrist. But I do worry sometimes. Am I too centrist? Am I out of touch with where the country needs to head? Did I just grow up liking people like, I don't know, Songus?
Who?
Do I need to? But I do think this is a crisis that's going to push us all. Jackie, I think you're like one shade below commie red.
What?
I think if this goes on long enough, Jackie, that you're going to be saying like, eat the rich, open the prisons, kill my landlord.
What?
Abolish work.
No.
We're on our way to being trillbillies. I can feel it. It's happening.
Who knows what we're going to be screaming after a few months of this? Of course, Easter, it's all going to be gone, remember? Just everybody get ready for Easter, because that's when he wants churches filled across the country.
It sounds like a heist movie. Like, no, Easter, that's when the churches are full. That would be a good heist, like you rob the church on Easter. Has anybody done that?
What do you mean, done it? I didn't rob no church.
In a movie.
I don't know.
Have you ever taken a 5 out of the plate when it was slipping by you?
No.
It's for take it if you need it.
No, it ain't. It's for the church. You go ask the church. You don't take it from a church. When you need help, you go to church and ask them. If they got it, they give it to you. And if they don't, they send you to another church, I reckon.
Man, things have got messed up. Abolish tithing. If you're a Christian and a communist, do you still tithe 10%?
What?
I got a lot to find out.
I didn't think a communist could be a Christian. I thought they ain't got no God. That's what they told us in the 60s anyway, 50s, 60s. They just
Wake
godless.
up, Jackie. Wake up.
I'm woke up as I can be. What do you want me to do?
What about the Defense Production Act, Jackie? Could Trump not order all these factories where everybody's not working to make? Wouldn't everybody get sick if they come in to make things?
Well, that's Amazon. I kept saying them, we're hiring. Come on in to work. We're hiring now, paying this much. Come on in. And now people are getting sick. So I don't know if what places, the one place where we don't want nobody to get sick is probably where the people are going to get the sickest is the hospitals. Because they ain't got the proper stuff they got to have on to not get it. But every place else, restaurants, they're going out of business. They're going to be shut down. I mean, grocery stores, bless their hearts, each and everybody working at a grocery store, Publix across the street, they let us old people go. I ain't gone because I got plenty of beanie weenies, Vienna, and sausage. I don't need to go yet. But if I needed to go, I think every Tuesday morning, I let seniors get in there and get what they want and get out, Keep 6 feet away, the whole thing. Those are some of the bravest people now is bagging your groceries. Bless their hearts, each and every one of them. And they ain't getting paid hardly nothing for it. I hope they are. Somebody may give them a little something, tip them, or whatever you got to do. I don't know. Of course, nobody wants to let go of their money to tip nobody because they thinking, hell, this is all the money I'm going to have. People saying the Great Depression on and on. Hell, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't put nothing past this administration. The Lord only knows.
When you're in Publix with a bunch of other old people, do y'all not just stop and talk to each other the entire time, like 3 hours into regular hours?
If it was
like even
regular time, yeah, but I think, when you go in there, you can't hear nobody because they all got masks on, their gloves. Now, this is a hearsay. I ain't gone myself. Like I said, I'm set up down here. But I've heard, you go in at the pub, if you want to talk to somebody, first off, you got to be 6 feet away from them. And most people hard of hearing, old people, they can't hear. And then put a mask on top of that. It's just going to be people hollering and nothing getting through either way. Get your groceries and get out. No time for chit-chatting right now. We need to get this under control if at all possible. I'm just going to do what the doctors say. Don't listen to the president. Do what the Dr. Fauci, when they allow him to talk, when he's allowed to come up and say something instead of standing back there with his arm folded.
I just want to put him in my pocket and pull him out every time I have a question about coronavirus.
Yeah, I wish he's there, yeah.
You should make a series of public service announcements for old people on how to behave in the grocery stores, Jackie.
Well, I ain't going to tell
you what you just said.
You don't need to, they figured out themselves. Good Lord.
So what else did the president lie about? Well, he said that they've been testing more people than ever been. What did he say? 300,000 people tested. That then he's comparing it to the flu. Still comparing it to the flu. We never closed the country for flu. This was on that Fox News town hall. That was a terrible show.
Wow,
a lot of terrible shows.
Why if he's on it? Of course it is. It's a bunch of bull hockey.
Jackie, the cure can't be worse than the problem.
Well, I don't know about that. If he's a cure, then yeah, it can be. Yes.
He's also the problem.
Yes, he is. Combination. Making it worse anyway. No, he didn't invent the damn virus, but good Lord, he could have been better prepared. We found out that they knew in damn January that all this is going to happen. They knew in December people were talking about it in there. We need to prep for this, prep for that. And no, we fired all those people. Remember, the people that normally you would call on, they ain't working here no more. You want me to hire them back? Hell no.
Now, just make sure you dump your stocks. Pick up a bunch of stocks that make work-from-home equipment. What is work-from-home equipment? Just like a bigger monitor and tissue to jerk off into? Like,
all right. I don't want to hear that. It's just a computer and a microphone, ain't it? And a telephone. What else can you do at home? I guess you can build stuff and ship it, whatever. I don't know. All sorts of stuff you can do from home. You can sit there and whittle. Whittling ain't a job, I know, but you can, make something, sell it to somebody, as long as they wipe it off when they get it. Wipe everything off. Wipe it off.
Listen, that is a terrible plan, but it's better than anything Trump has come up with.
Yeah.
America, get the whittling.
It'd do you about as good as anything he said, any suggestions he made. He's still saying, and I don't understand this. He said, well, not the whole country going to go back to work, but some of it is. Now, how many of these people are going to go back to work because he said it and none of the doctors say when they do this? Because that's irresponsible. Sure, you could say, well, they could do what they want to. They control their whole life. No, they don't, because if they get it, they're going to give it to somebody else. Or go home, give it to them. They go somewhere. You ain't doing this just for you. I understand you may be scared or not scared or whatever. But it ain't just for you. You stay inside to protect you and your family and everybody else. We're doing this for each other. It ain't like we're just, huddled up down here scared as hell to die. And I ain't ready to die. Don't want to die yet, but, do it for the other person. I'm sure they ain't ready to die either.
How does everybody being sick help the economy? That's the sick economy. That's not anything that's going to help restaurants. Nobody's going to go to a restaurant when they're hacking up a lung and scared of anybody touching them and want somebody just sneezed into their soup in the back. Nobody's going to want to go see damn Wonder Woman in August. Who you going to sit next to? Nobody. I mean, people used to show up in a raincoat to the movie theater. You're like, shit, I don't want to sit next to this jacking off motherfucker.
Hey.
But now somebody show up in a raincoat and a mask and be like, all right, you think about other people, possibly jerking off, but also thinking about other people.
All right.
While you're jerking off, possibly, but also thinking about other people in a good way.
Shut your mouth. Yeah, maybe this way it is from now on. They have to get a job. They're going to come up with something to give you a shot with eventually. I mean, it's going to take a while. They ain't going to have it ready by Easter. But I wonder about this after this. The president was saying today on his little TV show, I heard that, we may never shake hands again. May never shake hands after this. That's fine to me, hell.
That reminds me of Kenny Rogers.
What? Oh, bless her. God rest his soul. God rest his soul, yeah. How's that remind you of Kenny Rogers?
And daytime friends and nighttime lovers.
Oh, yeah.
Making love in the nighttime and shaking hands at the break of day
or
whatever.
Yeah.
And the light of they're shaking hands at daytime.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. Like, even if you're just pretending that you ain't fucking, like, why are you shaking hands? Like, do they work in a car lot? Like, why? Who's shaking hands all day? Every time they say, hello, Janice. Oh, good to see you again, Robert. Like, who? That's not friendship. That's just a weird acquaintanceship.
Yeah. Well,
I hope that's not the last thing I ever say about Kenny Rogers. It wasn't that good. I mean, I think something else better to say about Kenny Rogers. Had a lot of paintings of him online dressed up like a cowboy.
Yeah, he looked good as a cowboy when he, did some TV movies and stuff. What he in Six Pack, he's a car racer though, race car driver, right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Six Pack. I know if we still did that movie thing, we'd watch that one for sure. I don't know where you get that one anymore. That's an old one. That was his only movie. Maybe
it'll come up somewhere now that he's dead.
Well, I hope so, yeah. I mean, it should be anyway. I hate that he had to die for them to find Six Pack, put it out. That's one of the best concerts I ever went to. I saw him years and years ago. He was a headliner, and Dottie West opened up for him, and then who's the man, Smash the Watermelon, come out before her.
What? Where was this?
At MTSU, here at Murfreesboro.
So you're telling me Gallagher come out?
That's his name, yeah. He come out and hit the Watermelon. Then Dottie West come out and sang a little bit, and then Kenny Rogers closed it out. They did some songs together. She come out and sang a few with him, but most of it was just him. Yeah, it Gallagher, Dottie West. That's the real thing. I remember it. One of the best shows I saw. God rest his soul. We'll miss Kenny Rogers.
Is Gallagher still alive too?
I don't know. It's him or his brother. Don't they get mixed up or something all the time?
Oh,
I don't know.
Gallagher too. Yeah, Gallagher and Gallagher too.
Yeah, can't figure out.
God damn it! I wish Kenny Rogers had a brother.
Me too. Yeah, did he? I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know really. I don't know.
He ain't going around as Kenny Rogers too.
And when you Gallagher, everybody sit up in the front row. They all had, like you were saying earlier about the movie, but not the filthy kind. But they all had you had plastic raincoats on because you're gonna get watermelon all over you. Somebody said, "Well, you get your front row tickets to this." I said, "Hell, I don't want to get if he gonna be smashing that stuff. I won't sit up." And I did. I sit up in the second tier somewhere, but I saw it just fine. But yeah, especially nowadays, you wouldn't want to get something splattered all over you, even though I know it don't live in food. But that's dangerous right there. The things you could do in the 80s, I tell you what.
Yeah, that's not a way that you want to spend a precious day of life during the pandemic. Going to see Gallagher.
No, sir. Hey there, this is Jackie Bro still on here. Dunlap, you on the phone?
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. I'm still locked up in here in the Murfreesboro Cheats. Got plenty of Purell. There's a ton of wipes, toilet paper out the ass, but nobody can get in or out here, especially since they hold up the only exit. So,
well, is that better than being in your grandmother's basement? You like it better there? Which one do you like better being stuck in?
Well, there's a working bathroom in here, but I don't know these other people, so I'm a little afraid to use it.
You may be shut in. They could all have it. You don't know.
They've been here. They said they hadn't been. They wasn't able to get in up the ladder, the unstable ladder that went through the hole in the roof, which was the only access they had to the outside world. So they said they've been in here, I don't know, since around Christmas, they said. So I think we're safe, but of course, who knows these days? How safe are any of us with that son of a bitch in the White House?
Well, you said that there. I don't know. Do the best you can there, people. I hope everybody's hunkering down and all right. Everybody listen. Just listen to Dr. Fauci. Don't listen to the president. If you got to put it on CNN, just turn the sound up when you see Dr. Sanjay. He'll come on there, but he's on every show. He's pretty much on every show. Does Dr. Sanjay, he on salary, or does he get paid per show? Because if he gets paid per show, he's doing good.
I don't know how it works at CNN. Maybe they...
Well, when we went on there, they didn't pay us a dime. I remember that. They didn't pay us nothing. Now, is he going on? He ain't going on there for free, is he?
I'd imagine not. Sometimes on CNN, it feels like you get paid for how long you can talk, like you know what's happening, but in reality, you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what sort of formula they use for that. Anyway, folks, people, thanks for... Oh, I should also mention that I don't actually have Purell here. It's cheap ale. Murfreesboro cheap ale. Very grainy, and I'm not sure if it does any sort of sanitizing at all. Same thing for the toilet paper. Very grainy, and I'm not sure if it's doing any good back there at all. So feel free to come in here and try to bust through the door and get some of this stuff as long as you let me hitch a ride with you. I'll try to stay 6 feet away from you, so I hope you're driving some kind of church van or something. But it's good to hear all of you out there. We're all going through something together, and I'm glad that in this moment of crisis, you found your way to us. I hope that these words of inspiration and solace from me and Jackie have given you enough to go on for another few days.
A few days anyway, yeah.
I wish we could do more for y'all.
I do. I wish I could. I wish we had somebody that knew how to do something for somebody. But right now, all you can do is stay home. So stay home. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. Again,
wash your hands.
Wash your hands over and over again. Just
wipe down your boxes.
Wipe it down. Get on cardboard. Get on plastic. Get on. Yeah, you order anything, you wipe it. You wipe it, and then you put it up.
Isn't that a line from McCabe and Mrs. Miller? Wipe down your boxes.
What?
Jackie, you know what? Also, you get on the computer on Twitter. I know you can't see this, but I keep seeing damn old the mayor from Jaws and damn old Dr. Strangelove, George C. Scott. That's what keeps coming up. And so it's nice that those two great actors are getting a little love in these our final days.
And Murray Hamilton is a mayor. That's
Murray Hamilton.
Murray Hamilton's his name. Mayor from Jaws. Did good.
Did they ever do anything together?
Probably. I don't know what it is though. If he's around back in, maybe. I don't know. Hell. Could have not.
Somebody let us know.
Yep. I wish
Murray Hamilton's in a lot more stuff than you think he's in.
Oh, he's on everything. Yeah, I remember him. He'll always be mayor from Jaws. Oh, that's what he'll always be. Get out in that water. What are you doing here? Why don't you go and get in the damn water?
Trump will also be mayor from Jaws. So,
well, yeah, Mayor Jaws had more sense than him. I mean, and Mayor from Jaws is bad. He's real bad. But if I had to pick between what we got and the Mayor of Jaws, I'll take Mayor of Jaws. Sorry. Ain't much of an improvement, but, a little bit better anyway. Well, this here
better fashion sense. Dresses better.
Definitely dresses better. Better fashion sense, without a doubt.
not repulsive, not doesn't hurt to look at him.
Yeah, no, he ain't like, he looks human, look like a regular human being. Yeah.
A handsome, dapper man.
Yeah. I was going to say this here's part of the thing where we do local sponsors. We love having our local sponsors. If you hear from Murfreesboro right now, things are a little weird, but hopefully things will be changing where you can go out a few more places. We sure don't have any restaurant sponsors anymore. I tell you that right now. And bless your hearts, if you work in that business, we hope the best for you. Hope we figure something out here. Well, at least you got a $1,200 check coming to you, right? Is that pretty much going to take care of everybody?
Do I have to file taxes to get that $1,200?
I think you did. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah. You ain't getting one. I'm talking about people that work for a living. Yeah, they'll be getting one.
I sold my Social Security number. Can I still get a $1,200?
No, you sold. What the hell you talking?
I need that $1,200.
Well, too late now. You should have thought of that a long time ago. They say you prepare for things. You do your taxes because there may be a pandemic and you're going to miss out.
God damn it.
Hey, watch your mouth. Well, we got some good local sponsors still that is still up and running. Thank goodness. Also, they give us $25, keeps this going. We also have a page where you give us $5 a page. What is it? A page?
Patreon.
Patreon. Yes, Patreon. You get on there. If you give us $5 or more, you don't have to. You still, you can give us $1. That's fine. But if you happen to have an extra $4 to that $1, then you get a whole extra one of these we're doing here called 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. That's us two here. We'll talk to you 20 more minutes about all sorts of different subjects. It's all over the place. Sometimes not as political as this one, but sometimes a little political, I guess. But you get a whole extra 20 minutes with us. But again, $1 is fine. 50 cents is fine. A quarter is fine. Whatever you can spare helps us to keep us up and running, especially in times like this. You may need to hold on to some money right now, and we understand that. Hold on. But if you get that $1,200, don't know what to do with it, just throwing that out there, I guess. Well, I tell you what, I got a good sponsor this week. Proud to have them back. It's an old sponsor, Dunlap. You may remember them. It's been some time since they've been on here, but we're happy to have them back. And that's Heather Glen Springs Woods Nursing Home. You remember them?
Oh, I do remember Heather Glen Springs Woods Nursing Home. We were just talking about them on 20 Extra Minutes over on the Patreon.
Well, we're doing that. What did we say over there?
We just said that if you remember that we had an old sponsor, and I believe they were the first ones to come up with this drive-in, view your elderly nursing home bound relatives through a plate glass window. Like, that was years and years ago they sponsored this show.
Yes,
and now
they
people
did.
all across America are doing it.
What you're referring to, sir, is ASFOs.
What is what?
ASFOs, Advanced Shielding System for Families of Elderly Shut-ins. ASFOs. This was developed, just like you said, like you pointed out, years and years and years ago by Dr. Pam Householder. ASFOs, that's right. Being adopted all over the country right now. People are, and I don't think she wants any compensation for it, but she deserves a little credit, I'd say. ASFOs, which is also known as the householder window.
The householder window.
Now
Wasn't Trump talking about that? Wasn't he saying you just drive up and see old folks through the householder window? What's the difference? Yep,
the president said her name, and she ain't made a dime off of it. I tell you what. But she ain't in the business for making them, certainly in business to make money, but not, just enough money that she can get by and continue to wheel up your family to a window. That's what she lived for. That's what she's been doing for years. And boy, now she's doing it. You ain't got no choice but to do it. So if you got an elderly loved one, happens to be at Heather Glen Springs Woods Nursing Home, just all you got to do is just drive by. Don't even have to roll the window down. Just wave and honk a horn a little bit, whatever you need to do. But go on past there. Yeah, and thanks to ASFOs, we wouldn't have this system that, again, all over the country, nursing homes, they're all doing this. And I think Dr. Pam Householder deserves a little credit. We appreciate her. I mentioned that to her on the phone the other day. And she told me all this, and she said, I tell you what, I'll get you $25. I wish people like you are the only ones who remember that. And I said, well, I remember it, and more people should know, and that's why I'm got her to be a sponsor. She chose to give me $25 to be a sponsor. ASFO's Advanced Shielding System. What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The connection may be bad. I'm just curious. You're saying assholes?
No. ASFO's. ASSFFOES, Advanced Shielding System for Families of Elderly Shut-ins, also known as a householder window. ASFO's.
Householder window, I've heard that. Assholes, I've never heard it referred to as assholes, but I guess
ASFO's. I just said, that's not what I'm saying.
It's weird that you'd think that they would have had to clear that name or something. Somebody would have said, this is where you go see your grandmother. You gonna call it assholes?
It's not. You're saying it wrong. You're not hearing it right. Every nursing home across the country, United States, are doing ASFOs. They're all, participating.
Even the way what you just said there sounds weird.
What? Going to visit an elderly relative is not weird. I mean, it can be, depending on how bad,
Yeah, it depends on the relative, too.
Well, that's what I meant.
I guess sometimes they are assholes.
I'm not saying that, and I didn't say it.
All right, so that is asshole.
No, it's asphalt. Just say householder window. Just say it. I should have never. I was trying to do what it was.
Window.
She developed.
She demands money from you.
No.
What does she want? Money?
She don't want nothing. She wants recognition. Is what she wants. She ain't being compensated for this. It's just a little recognition. Years and years ago, she developed this.
Well, if the president's saying it on TV, I can understand why she would want to wipe that memory from the nation's brains and replace it with a more detailed history like you're doing. The asshole system, folks, when you go see your granny or drive by and honk at Uncle Burl, what you're doing is you're using the asshole system, also known as the asshole window.
Assfoes.
Assfoes?
Yes. F.
Oh.
Not H.
Who's a foe of ass?
What?
I'm a friend of ass.
All right. Enough. You got a sponsor or not? Just enough. I don't want to hear it.
Put me in the friend column, please. Jackie, I've got a sponsor that I think you're... Oh, so that's Asfoes. Dr. Pam Householder, the householder window. Every time you avoid, an awkward situation or, endangering a relative, remember you owe it all to Dr. Pam Householder at Assholes.
My sponsor, I said it, Assfold. I said it. Heather Glen Springs Woods Nursing Home.
Jackie, I'm drinking this Murfreesboro Cheap's beer. Tastes like it's better than PBR. Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think you're really gonna like.
Uh-huh.
Unless you worship the devil. Do you worship the devil?
Hell no, I don't worship the devil. What are you talking about?
Jackie, if you like Jesus, do you like Jesus?
Yes, I like Jesus.
So you like Jesus and you don't worship the devil. So I can only imagine that you spent this past Sunday at the Flaming Sword of Forgiveness, Holiness Drive-In Church.
No.
You didn't go to Reverend Galbraith's Flaming Sword of Forgiveness, Holiness Drive-In Church?
No, I've been down here. I'm told not to go nowhere. I can pray and worship here in this bunker. Jesus hears me just as loud here as he would in the church.
Well, you know, I've heard that for years. When you say a prayer, it doesn't matter if you pray in the church, Jesus, or where you pray. Jesus is going to hear that prayer. But Brother Dean Jones Galbraith, who runs the Flaming Sword of Forgiveness Holiness Drive-In Church, says that's not true. You need to be in church, preferably his, if you really want to make sure that message is going through. And in these crazy times, we really need to get a message through to the Lord.
Yeah.
So, and you need to go to church, Jackie, even if going to church is the thing that sends you to heaven, which you're not going to get into if you're not in church. Well, if you're worried about going to heaven a little too soon, Reverend Dean Jones Galbraith came up with the solution, and that is sit your ass in your car. Like, now, before this, the best worship service you could do in your car, Reverend Galbraith says, was just sitting through in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. But now, you just drive your car to the field next to the Flaming Sword of Forgiveness Holiness Drive-In Church. He's got a whole system set up out there. You just got to tune your radio station to the one that used to play sports that went out of business. And that's where his words of wisdom and healing and getting you to heaven come right through. Now, Jackie, why would you not want to go to church? We've been prepping for the end of days, which could be like any minute now. Why would you not want to go to church? Except for coronavirus. I hear you. But remember, Jesus don't send you no pandemic that you can't handle. Churches that stay open get you so much closer to heaven and faster. So that's why Reverend Galbraith said, you know what, we're just going to have people sit in their cars. Some of them are worried. Some churches are closed. Those hippie, hipster churches, Peace Breeze, Joy Feather, they're closed up. They're like, get on your computer. Jesus does not like computers. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. Amen.
So get next Sunday, Jackie, he's doing it again. You can sit in the car. That way the National Guard won't come and round you up and take you back to your homes. You sit in the car, tune the radio to the sports station, the now defunct sports station, and let Reverend Galbraith preach you to heaven without worrying about going to the emergency room first. You could self-isolate or you could self-congregate. You could self-jubilate. You could self-celebrate. Why choose isolation over salvation, Jackie? Did I sell you on it?
Why?
Because it was a nightmare. Listen, I know he gave me $25, but I've just heard from people that were there that it was, see, the thing is, you can't have Holiness Church in a car. You just can't do it. You can fuck in a car easier than Holiness Church in a car. You can. Jackie, people started falling out in the spirit. They started kicking the lights were going on and off. The windshield wipers were flapping. Jackie, they were knocking that shit out of gear. 3 cars rolled into the Dairy Queen. Jackie, people were getting hurt. They were throwing their knee out of sight. They were hitting the gear shift. People were speaking in tongues. It was like a damn demolition derby. I thought maximum overdrive was happening. Just cars honking and people speaking gibberish.
Well,
the doors would open and they'd flop outside. Somebody get out of the car, try to help them up, and then remember they couldn't touch them. So they just left them there in the mud. A nightmare.
Well, I'm glad I avoided that. That doesn't sound like anything I'd enjoy.
It was tough. And then the damn thing is, they all had left the ignition on so they could hear the radio. Every one of them, car battery died. And there was only one pair of jumper cables, and nobody wanted to touch them. So everybody's car is still there. They walked home. I don't know what they're going to do next Sunday.
Just stay home. They need to stay home like everybody else. You can writhe and holler and scream, in your own house.
That's true. Yeah. Now you're talking.
Say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to
People. Now, I want y'all to stay safe, stay hunkered down. We'll keep doing this and talking to you, and hopefully we can all, be together again someday, maybe. I don't know.
This next week may be a bad one, and the week after that, I hope I ain't too bad. Oh, God. I feel like Darren Stevens when Endora cast that spell on him where he just laughed at all the horrible things that are happening. I didn't know that was going to wind up to be the only thing you can do. Oh, God bless y'all.
Yeah, take care, and we hope all of you are feeling all right. Seriously, we had a little fun on here, but do what the doctors tell you to do, and just hang on, and hopefully we'll all get through this. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bless your hearts.
Yeah. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.